sir. I want to welcome y'all back to the exclusive smoke right here on Live Hip Hop Daily. I'm your boy Roo.
I am Key Janae.
And it's your boy Marvin the Plug checking in.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm your boy Ebo, the coolest, man. EBZ taught you on Instagram and everything else, man.
Yeah, man. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. Where you from?
Northside, Georgia, man. Like way northside, like Cobb County, but further, like way up that way. So yeah, stay out there, growing up out there, and really just be in the city doing the whole music thing. It's just a passion. I went to school for journalism and broadcasting, and then the whole music just kind of dwindled in. So just kind of making my school and my dreams kind of just mesh together.
Where you go to school or where?
I did, like when I was going to school, I went to Reinhardt.
Okay.
And that's literally like in my neighborhood. It's like 7 minutes away from my house. But it's like way up there.
Okay, when you say North Georgia, where part of North Georgia?
It's like an hour from Chattanooga, basically. So it's like...
What's it called?
It's called Cherokee County, Waleska. Like Waleska is where it's like, that's where I grew up.
Waleska. In North Georgia, like.
Okay, true. It's kind of Cartersville and Rome and stuff like that.
I walk around in Rockmart, see the town.
Okay, right. Yeah, that area. True. Yeah. But that's way up there though. I be taking that trip, man. It's a long drive, but it's worth it. Half the time it's worth it.
Yeah, you gotta make that trip sometime, man.
For real. I mean, I zone out too, like, cause I host a lot of events, and then I'm an artist too. So some events I just need to like zone out and just be in my own on the way there, or just kind of mellow out on the way back type thing, just to kind of chill out before I go home. So I mean, I like to ride sometimes, and it keeps me balanced, bro. If I lived in the city, it'd be too much trouble all the time. I know if I'm in the city, I'm like, I'm out here, but nigga, I gotta take an hour ride back when I go home. So I ain't gonna be out here too long. So yeah, it helps out.
Yeah, man. What got you into music when you first started?
Man, I was hooping at Reinhardt, and like I'd always been into literature and everything, just writing and poetry and all this stuff. And then I tore my Achilles, and the dude that I never met before, he came up to me. He's from New York. He helped me up, and he took me to the hospital, and he was listening to like Fab and like old stuff, Jay-Z and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, I remember hearing all this back then, but he kind of broke it down to me in like a way I had never heard it. And he was like, yeah, I used to rap and da-da-da-da-da. So it was one of those like, man, I'm about to start rapping, so you start rapping again type thing. So like it kind of motivated me, and that's really just kind of what I took off doing. And then it kind of led into hosting. I always wanted to do the hosting thing, so just kind of hand in hand.
Okay.
I was really going to ask you if you played basketball because...
Right. Yeah, I did.
You like tall.
I tore
you look like a basketball player.
Man, and that's a bad thing. I look like I'm not even that no more. That's the bad part, because I loved it. But I mean, the same thing I tell people is like, whenever I was hooping, it's like I was always the one that had to do jump ball. I was always one of the tallest. So it's like that's how performing is. Whenever you get on the mic and the DJ play your song, I'm not the one to be like, hold up, DJ, hold up, give me a second. Nah, because it's like with basketball, when the ref throw the ball up, you can't tell ref, hang on, ref. Yeah. As soon as it's up in the air, you got to go. Right. So that's like the whole mentality. Like I like the whole butterfly feeling, and I don't like going at my own pace. I like when everything just comes at me, and I got to like roll with whatever it is. So that's really, comfort zone. Right, yeah. It's cool to me. I like doing that stuff. I get real hyped. I used to get so hyped that I would throw up because my adrenaline, and I was like, man, I can't. I had to chill out. So it's like you really got to learn stage presence and all that stuff for real too.
Right. What is some artists that you like kind of get influences from and all that?
Mainly a lot of Atlanta stuff, man. Just mainly the basics like T.I., Luda, and a lot of that era when T.I. and Luda and Busta Rhymes and DMX, when it was goofy. Like the Baby's goofy now, like how his videos work, you could be fun and everything like that. And that's kind of how I remember videos from all them when they were Missy and Timberland and all them. Right. That's like an era where music kind of needs to go back to kind of, it didn't matter who you were. Like Genuine could be on the song with somebody rapping, and you wouldn't have to be like, oh man, Genuine on here, or oh man, Ja Rule on here. Like you would know that they're gonna hold their end. So I mean that's kind of what I like to try and bring back with music is no matter what, you'll know it's gonna ride. It just ride regardless.
Right, good music.
Right, yeah, hell yeah.
So in between doing music and hosting, which one do you prefer?
I don't know. That's crazy. I probably like hosting more. I'm more I'm more comfortable hosting because then everything goes at my pace basically. And then if the party needs to get hyped up, my people like, yo, Evo, hype it up. I'm like, oh, okay, bet, go. And the party gets hyped, and I'm like, okay, cool, I can do that. But whenever I'm just an artist that's performing, it's like I'm just sitting there. Like, I can't act too wild because I don't want people to be like, oh, man, he acting too cocky or he acting this, acting that. So really you got to kind of play in your lane. But I mean, like, performing and stuff, that's what I do it for, really. Like, I only was really hosting so I can perform more. And that was, like, part of my conversation. Like, y'all gonna dig me with the money and not really pay me, at least let me get on stage perform. Or at least let my homeboys come up perform. So that's really what I was doing the hosting for, too.
So far as your style of music, do you do more party music or you just do all around kind of
Man, yeah, it's an all around thing. Like, I just catch a vibe, whatever the beat kind of tells me, really, whatever. It just kind of rides. Like I was playing some of my songs earlier for my second album that's about to drop, and it's really, I was telling everybody, it's not really the hardest. It's not supposed to be the hardest songs out, the smoothest songs out. It's like whenever you play it, regardless, you know it's gonna ride. I was just calling it bop music because no matter if you're chilling, you're mad. With your friends, it's still gonna be something that you can regardless consistently play back and forth. And so that's why I was like, just like how music was back then, just gotta bring the consistency back to rap, really.
Right. So what was the name of your first album? You said
From Adoption to Options 2. No, 1, and then I just dropped From Adoption to Options 2.
Okay, so explain that title.
From Adoption to Options, like, I was adopted, and that's why I was way up in the north. It's like a secluded area, so I was adopted, and it's like from adoption to option. That's like being a choice to making choices. It's like started from the bottom. It's like the rags to riches, the underdog story. Just another way to say it in my way that works best for me. And there's other people that like, oh man, I've never heard it this way, but I mean, it's kind of a lifestyle. Like, you got the whole Mamba mentality, but like from adoption to option, that's like going from nothing to something. Like, it's like a whole progression. So I'm always the one to be like, man, I hate when people do a part 2 and part 3, but I was like, it don't make no sense for me to do anything else. So part 1, part 2.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
What volume you on right now?
I just dropped the second one. Like, I did a private listening party last week on the 12th. And it was pretty, I had a good crowd that came through and listened to it, and everybody liked it and stuff like that. Actually, I didn't even drop the album. I lied. Corona got that backed up too. Okay. So since I got some extra time to chill and everybody in the house, I can record and add and do this and do that. So yeah.
Oh.
So why was there like a continuation? You said part 1 and part 2. So you say you had to do it. Why you had to do it?
Right, because with the first one, like, if you listen to it, it's literally the first song on there is called I Know. And it's just a song that says, I know that with my mindset that I have now, things are going to be different. People are going to start acting different. Life is going to start coming at me different ways. But as long as I know it, that's more than half the battle. So that was like my first coming out song, and then after that, it's really a timeline on like a whole year of my life being like mainly just an artist, because I was doing the hosting so much that everybody was like, oh, you a host? I was like, I really just do this just so I can perform. So I was like, here's something that y'all can listen to that proves, I do more than just host and jump around. Like, music is what I'm here for. So when I give that out, people are like, oh, okay, we get it. We like the vibe. And like I said, it's a from the beginning to the end, it's all like you my whole journey from that point up until then. And then I took 2 years off, really, to get kind of back into hosting and meeting more people and getting in front of a lot more crowds and everything. And the second one is basically like, now it's like, okay, we heard what you wanted to do first, so now I had to give the crowd really what they wanted to hear from me. So it's like more or less like I've learned more from being in all these events and seeing how stuff works. It's not about what you want to do all the time. It's good to tell people what you want, but in this industry, it's about what they want, because they're spending their money. So as long as you can dance and jig and do the thing that they want you to do, get it, especially if you can do it right. So that's why I kind of stick with the hosting more too. Like I said, going to school for the journalism and broadcasting, and just in my element, really. Right.
What's your lead single off the project?
Off this one is my main single, One Night. I got to perform that in front of Walker at Miami Lounge. Okay. And my homeboy Mike Beasy, he's Boosie's engineer. Okay. Mike Beasy Badass, he's one of the label mates with me. He performed his single first, And Waka put him on his Instagram on live and stuff like that. And then right after had put me on there, but he knew Mike Beasley. But with mine after that, the main thing he said on there, he was like, I don't know, buddy, but the song boo. And I was like, damn, that's just real, because like even though he really didn't know me, didn't have to know me, he was like, yo, this song hard. I mean, that's just the motivation. And then I had got the Young Bull of the Year award at the Atlanta Hip Hop Awards, like I think like a couple months like right after that. So I was like, man, I gotta keep going, because I'm motivating people on my side that don't get to go out, because a lot of people are like, man, we not going to the city, we see what happens on the news. I'm like, man, that's not even where I be at. Why do you think I would be in there? I'm not even that type of dude. So it's like I tell them, man, yeah, I'm the guy that like if I'm there, you should know you'd be able to come through, and people, you know, people can chase their dreams with me at the same time. You know, I've gotten so much respect so far that, I mean, I can help everybody, you know, at least get somewhere, at least to the door. I can't open the door for them, but at least somebody gonna guide you to the door that you're trying to get to. So,
yeah, that's what's up, man.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you recently had a birthday yesterday, correct?
Yeah, man. Yeah, yesterday was
birthday.
my birthday. Yeah, I turned 30, man.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
happy
you,
birthday,
thank
man.
you.
Yeah.
Man, it was a lot of
30.
drinking. I didn't eat at all. Like I'm really regretting it. And I'm happy today we're smoking. I'm happy nobody was like, "Oh, happy birthday, Dream."
Nah, we gotta,
Man, yeah. Shout out to 24K, man. Yeah, because these are sturdy.
yeah,
30.
it's gonna get you back in the game.
What'd you do for your birthday?
I was really supposed to be in Texas because we go to South by Southwest with my radio station, Rap City ATL. We just moved, and we're with OG Hoodrich right now, doing a lot of his media stuff. But with that and the corona being out, you know, coronavirus is real, ruining everything.
Right.
Like the prices dropped, but everybody who was supposed to go changed their mind on going.
Right.
So it wasn't beneficial to go. And I was like, damn, man, but remember, it's supposed to be my 30th birthday. They're like, nigga, Corona is out, nigga. You would just, nigga. And that's what happened. I ended up chilling, and one of my homegirls works at Applebee's, and I went over there. I was like, everybody, send me $1. For every dollar y'all send me, man, I'm gonna get one of these Wateritas from Applebee's, and I'm gonna drink, and I'm gonna take that as a happy birthday. I had left for a little bit. It was like $8, and then another hour later, $18, and then I went away for like another hour and came back. It was $99 on there, and I was like, yo, I was like, y'all play too much. I screenshot it, but everybody loved it. It was dope. I didn't expect $99. I had to like close the app and reopen it and be like, did it really get sent? Like scroll through. I was like, oh yeah, that's $99. Y'all play too much, but it was dope. It was a good birthday. I just kept it low key since
How
I didn't
many
go to
margaritas
Texas.
did you drink?
I had like 4 of them, but then I had to start drinking tequila because that was the whole point. Was like I got to drink tequila. I drink tequila and Jaeger, so I was like, I can't drink too much of this. I had 4 or 5 of them, and I'm good. But then after that, I had to switch it up. But man, it was a good birthday.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Hell yeah.
Tell the people where they can follow you and where they can, you know, find all your information.
Man, you can look me up. You can look me up on Instagram. It's eBeezy Taught You. You'll see a eBeezy Taught Me, but that's my promo page. You can just follow either one of them. I'll follow you right back. And then, man, Google me if you got to, man. I got music all on Spotify, Apple Music, got music on SoundCloud. That's different. So you can look up on Spotify, and you will find From Adoption to Options on Spotify, Apple Music, and everything. I do have other singles and stuff, you know, just dabble through the music and find stuff. Follow me, I follow everybody back, man, and tune in Fridays from 9 to 11, Rap City ATL on OG Hoodrich Radio. You can catch me there, and sheesh, anywhere else, you'll just see the flyers on Instagram. Oh, the Atlanta. Which one? Mine, eBeezy, is EBEEZYTAUGHTYOU. eBeezy Taught You. Just like that, man. I follow everybody back. And then the Atlanta Hip Hop Awards and the SEI Awards, I'm nominated at the Atlanta Hip Hop Awards for New Wave Artists and for, I think it's Turn King or something like Turn Up King. And then at the SEI Awards for Host of the Year. But Host of the Year for the SEI Awards is like big. They got a long, I'm like, man, I'm just happy to be on that thing. I had a lot of people click and vote for me, so that's the dope part about it.
That's what's up.
True.
That's what's up. Well, I appreciate you coming out, man.
For sure,
Yes,
man.
thank you so
And it's been like,
much.
bro, I haven't seen you in a minute. Like we did. I did an event. I be everywhere, either hosting or performing, man. I'm everywhere. And we had linked up before. I was like, yo, nice to meet you. He was like, I know you, man. We met. I was like, oh, and it's like a photographic memory. So you said that. I was like, yeah, we did this already. So yeah, that's dope, man. Keep working, whole team, everybody. I appreciate Live Hip Hop Daily. Appreciate Exclusive Smoke. Appreciate 24K. Everybody here, man. I appreciate Ebo the coolest, man. Like I said, follow me on Instagram. eBeezy Taught You.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.